You know, Lydia, I'm still not really all that sure how I feel about this whole Dragonborn thing. I mean, does it really make that much sense to you? Because, I mean, it'd make more sense to me if the Dragonborn was a Nord or possibly even an Imperial. It just feels so random and weird that I, as a Breton, am the supposed Dragonborn of legend. I mean, just why? Why would I be the one that's been chosen to be this Dragonborn hero person? I'm really at a loss for words for it because it just seems so random. I mean, why me? Why me in particular? I mean, let me go through my entire backstory, alright? I was born in High Rock. Alright, I fled to Cyrodiil. And now I'm up in Skyrim just trying to get away from my family. And now, all of a sudden, I'm the supposed hero of legend, Dragonborn person. And all of a sudden, the fate of the world just depends upon me. On one hand, I thankful isn't the right word. But I guess it's probably the closest thing I'm gonna get to. And on the other hand, I'm terrified because that's a lot of pressure. Apparently it's my destiny to fight dragons. Just my combat skills are mediocre at best. I mean, why couldn't it be someone like you who's, like, obviously been trained for combat her entire life? Universe just, it has a very weird sense of humor, doesn't it? I don't know if it's Akatosh or Mara or Debella or RK or whoever that has put this fate on me, but I'm not a big fan of it. In any case, we have places to be, Lydia and Miko. We need to get up to the top of the throat of the world, to High Hrothgar, where I am going to talk with the supposed Greybeard people. I'm not looking forward to this journey because, number one, I've never been on this side of the river. And number two, a guardsman told me that the road is dangerous. So while you guys were lounging around in here, I was gathering up some supplies, and I also went to Arcadia to learn a little bit about alchemy. All right, take a look at this. I actually made a few potions, and I'm actually feeling kind of accomplished for myself. I mean, they're not great, but they're better than nothing, I suppose. But yeah. Anyway.
Still here.
And I'm not gonna lie.
Protect you with my life.
Thank you and all, but white really isn't your color. Like the cape, I suppose, is okay, but we really need to find you something else. And why do you wear that handkerchief indoors? It makes you look antisocial. You look like you're gonna go rob a bank or something. Admittedly, I don't really know what a bank is, but I assume there's one in Skyrim.
I'm right behind you.
Well, let's go.
As you will, my Thane. I will protect you with my life.
Miko, that goes for you too. Alright, and I should probably actually get dressed. Might be a good thing to do. Oh yeah, Lydia, I also have this this backpack for you. I kind of forgot about it, but you might appreciate this.
I am sworn to carry your burdens.
Don't sound so overjoyed about it. I'm giving you something that would help. There you go. And you know what? I'm gonna take away that handkerchief because it looks weird on you. Okay, like the
Is there
cape.
anything else you need?
You can keep the cape, but just the handkerchief, it doesn't work on you. Okay. All right. So you two are coming. Yes. Good. 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 All right. So I've got plenty of firewood. I gave you half of it. We got plenty of water, plenty of food. And I sold your hunting bow, so that Imperial bow that you've got is all you've got now. Admittedly, I wouldn't mind getting you some better armor, but you seem like you're quite attached to the steel stuff, so I'm gonna let you keep that. Alright, so you know, one thing I suppose we could do is we could take the cart to Riften. The problem with that is Iverstead is like roughly halfway between Whiterun and Riften. It's quite annoying, actually. It's just in the most inconvenient place. One way or the other, we're going to be more or less like the same distance away from it. But we do have a few options. We could cut along the river and kind of come up here, follow this path, and proceed up to High Hrothgar from there, once we get to Iverstead. We could cut through the throat of the world itself, going like that. Or we could go through Riverwood, back up to Helgen, and kind of zigzag our way through the mountain here. I'm fine either way, but I think this is going to be the best way to do it. And I've been told that there's a bandit camp around here somewhere, and they regularly have people coming out after travelers, so should probably be kind of careful about that. And Lydia, whenever you get the chance, be sure to pick up some flowers, because I have a feeling that if I'm ever going to survive in Skyrim, I'm going to have to learn how to make potions. It's not something I really ever thought I'd actually need to do, but you know, I have kind of had interest every now and then. Like, you know, it is something that I've kind of wanted to learn for a while now, and I suppose there's no time like the present, right? Alright, these red mountain flowers in particular are going to be useful to me, because they, for some odd reason, are the ones that restore magicka. It's not the blue ones, it's the red ones.
Why, John Battleborn, you're writing me a song? Does it somehow involve blood or beheadings or the honor of my forebears?
Well, that's where I started.
Isn't that a Battleborn and a Greymane?
A ballad? Oh, now I know you're joking with me.
Really?
True, I swear it. You can hear it when it's done.
Well, okay then. I have a feeling that their families wouldn't approve. It's like a... What is the story I'm thinking of? I can't think of the name of the story. Hansel and Gretel? That's not Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretel is the ones that got kidnapped by the witch. Rapunzel? Is that it? I don't quite remember. Annoyingly enough. Wow, why are these rapids so loud? Those are deafening. What are you doing? Alright, this is the area the guards told me about, where bandits tend to come down and attack the unsuspecting traveler. What is going on up here? Oh, it's traveling merchants. Hello. What are you two doing? You didn't have a letter on you or something, did you? I can give to your spouse. Forsworn. You had Nord mead. I'd be kind of ashamed to let that go to waste. But I will let you rest in peace. Orcish arrow, jeez. Lydia! Miko! What the devil? Well, that was weird. It's like the universe just suddenly froze on me. Are you two finally catching up? Good heavens above. Miko, you're teaching Lydia bad habits. And Lydia, why are you listening to the dog? Alright. This looks like a waypoint kind of thing to me. I believe this is... Yeah, this looks like the right place to me. So we take this pathway up the mountain. There's High Hrothgar right there. If I could levitate... it wouldn't be so bad. But I can't levitate, can I? No, I can't. I love this water magic. It's extremely powerful. A certain character I read about in a book a long time ago named Floris Fetcher, he was a water mage, and good lord, he was freaking powerful. A bit too powerful, like scary powerful. Like, if anything, he should be the one who's the frickin' Dragonborn. And, you know, I'm kind of amazed, really, that... Oh, hello, there's a fort thing down there. I'm kind of amazed that it's really this warm up here. Like, the air is temperate at the coldest, so this is a pretty nice little path that we've got. Hello, snowberries. These are new. Now, I've heard that these can actually warm you up in a pinch. I don't know how much of that is true, but... and I don't know how much they do warm you up, but I assume you have to eat quite a bit of them. Lydia, there you are. It's the steel armor, isn't it? Pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, it's weird. Like it's getting warmer the further we go up the mountain. I swear there's some reverse psychology going on here. Like apparently this pass is just, it's not affected by the weather gods, and we have enough food as it is. Alright, but now we're going back down. This is still a path, right? Like, I'm not just walking on the countryside right now. Hey, look at this. Actual grass and granary and stuff. Mountain goats. I wish I had their power right now. Admittedly, he's starting to get on my last nerve. Sorry, Mr. Goat, but it couldn't be helped. Ah, yeah, I haven't eaten one of these yet. Yeah, apparently that's how you're supposed to actually learn ingredients. Like, you know, learn the effects of an ingredient anyway. You're supposed to eat it. And I saw in Arcadia's store that she had a giant's toe for sale. I don't know about you, but I really don't fancy the idea of eating a giant's toad, especially raw. Now, what is this? Warrior's Charge. I've heard this is good for conjuration. Warrior's Charge, an old poem of the Regards. The star sung for... Okay. Yeah, okay. Actually, I wanted to take that. Alright, so... Aha! What do you know? I wondered... And a ruby. Don't mind if I do. I don't really consider that robbing. I mean, that building has been long since destroyed and abandoned, so whoever or whatever lived there is probably dead now. So I don't really feel too bad. And, you know, I mean, of course, the dead that actually stay dead. Not these Draugr that you guys have here in Sky. That's a troll. It is a very angry troll, in fact. He seems very agitated about something or other. Oh, he's after that fox. Oh, but he's Okay, I definitely like the water magic. I just killed a troll all by myself. A freaking troll. I mean, I know it's kind of a step down from a dragon, but still. Oh. He had like actual people in here. Okay, I'm gonna take that as a trophy, actually. The first troll I ever killed. It shall be a trophy that I treasure for a long time. Possibly not forever. But a long time, nonetheless. We are still going the right way, right? It feels like we're going the right way. Kind of hard to really tell where we are on the map. I think we're roughly in this area somewhere. We just crossed the river, so I think we're in here somewhere. So, yeah. Ah, yes, there's people here. I was going to ask them some questions, but I can barely hear them talking to each other over the rampant. Jeez, how do you people live with that kind of racket? Hello, there's a bear over there. Huh. Alright, well, Lydia, how about we stop inside the Villamere Inn, and we'll take a little break, and then we'll continue on up the mountain. How's that sound? Because it sounds like a plan to me. I'm kind of tired.
If there's anything I can get you,
Ooh.
just let me know.
Okay, we're going to sit here for a while, so you just stay close to me, Miko.
If I could sweep her away from here tomorrow, I'd do it.
And Lydia,
What's on your mind?
you can just stay here.
As you wish, my thing.
Perhaps one day. But no.
Just sit down, take a load off. I'm gonna get us something to eat. Alright, take the hood off. Hello.
If I were you, I'd keep away from the barrow on the east side of town. It's haunted.
It was over by the barrows. I'm sorry. I was curious. I didn't believe the stories. I won't go over there ever again.
You know, tell me about this barrow, because I've been in 3 or 4 of these things now, and they're actually pretty profitable.
There ain't much more to tell. They're haunted, and you should stay away. Look, I've seen one of the spirits with my very own eyes.
Spirits.
When it glared at me, I swear it burned right through my soul.
Do the spirits haunt the town?
Fortunately, they seem to be sticking to the barrow. I think they're guarding it. Certainly isn't helping my business
Stupid
any.
dog.
Who'd want to rent a room anywhere near a haunted barrow?
Students. College students, in fact. Yeah.
If you're headed up to the monastery, watch your step. It's a long way down.
Yeah,
We don't get
actually,
many visitors through here, unless they're headed up to High Hrothgar, of course.
yeah, that's kind of what I want to
If
know.
you're need a room?
Tell me about these people.
Greybeards are a solitary lot. I don't think they've ever ventured outside their monastery. We get the occasional pilgrim passing through here on their way to the summit, but almost all of them have returned disappointed.
Okay.
If you pass through again, stop by for a drink.
Hello, Miko. Okay, this is actually a pretty lively inn.
You heading up to High Hrothgar soon? Lindley, would you mind taking care of the customer, please?
No problem.
I'm fine actually. I don't need anything. Right, have some stew. Works for me.
You want a drink?
Anything you can tell me about High Hrothgar?
I've always fancied a journey up the 7,000 steps to the monastery. Anything to break the boredom of living in this town. I envy you.
Uh-huh.
A pleasant journey, milady.
Well...
You heading up to High Hrothgar soon, Klimek?
I wish I didn't have to. It's quite a difficult climb.
Take your time, then. It isn't as though the Greybeards are going to complain.
I know, but I don't want to let them down. I guess I better start thinking about it soon.
Miko! Yeah,
Passing
you.
through on your way to High Hrothgar? About to make a delivery up there myself.
Yeah, what types of deliveries do you make?
Mostly food supplies like dried fish and salted meats. You know, things that keep fresh for a long time. The Greybeards tend not to get out much, if you catch my meaning.
And in return?
Well, it's kind of an understanding between us. I mean, it just wouldn't feel right to charge them for a bit of preserved food. Trouble is, my legs aren't what they used to be, and climbing the 7,000 steps takes its toll.
Well, I tell you what. I'm going up there pretty soon myself, so I could do it for you.
Really? Well, that would be kind of you. Here, take this bag of supplies. At the top of the steps, you'll see the offering chest. Just leave the bag inside, and you're done.
Anything I should watch out for during the climb?
Well, there's the occasional wolf pack or stray, but that's all I've ever had to deal with. Shouldn't be a problem for the likes of you. Other than that, watch your footing. In these wintry conditions, the stairs can be treacherous.
Oh, yeah, I bet they can be. Anything else you can tell me about it?
I've been to the monastery many times, but I've never even laid eyes on one of the Greybeards. Not that I'd care to. Being masters of the Thuum, they could kill you by uttering a single word. Well, not that they would. They seem peaceful, but I wouldn't want to provoke them.
Uh-huh.
Be careful up there.
All right. So, I take it you didn't like this chair over here. Like, I guess that's your chair, and Klimek was just sitting in it, right?
Is it absolutely necessary for you to bother me right now?
No, and you have a very
What
creepy
a boring
voice.
conversation.
I'm gonna leave you be. Okay, Miko, I don't know if I want you climbing up the 7,000 steps. So... yeah, you can just wait here. And Lydia, I think we've taken a long enough
I'm right
break.
behind you.
Yeah, let's go.
As you will, my Thane. I will protect you with my life.
You don't have to say that every time, you know. In any case, this time I want to be fully suited up, so... yeah, there we go. Okay. Man, those rapids are loud. Yeah. I don't know how people put up with this on a daily basis. Just good Lord above. I guess it's something you get used to after a while. Okay. Oh, okay. These are waystones, I guess? Before the birth of men, the dragons ruled all Mundus. Their word was the voice, and they spoke only for true needs. For the voice could blot out the sky and flood the land.
And these are the things that I'm supposed to be fighting!
The more I learn about these dragons, the less I like them. Spider meet water magic. Water magic wins. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Oh, this looks pretty, unsafe. And more mountain goats. You guys are lucky I have plenty of food with me. Oh, hello.
Keep an eye out for wolves if you're headed up the path to High Hrothgar.
Did you hear the Greybeards call Dovahkiin?
I did. Strange days when the monks will do that. I wonder what it means.
I kind of do too as well. Do you visit the Greybeards?
They're not the sort to take visitors. But I never go that high up the path anyway. Some folk who make the trip leave them food or other essentials, but not to make conversation.
Uh-huh. Yeah, wearing as little as you are, I'm amazed you're not dead up here. Although, to be fair, the sun is, it is kind of beating down, weirdly enough. Emblem 2. Men were born and spread over the face of Mundus. The dragons presided over crawling masses. The dragons presided over the crawling masses. Men were weak then and had no voice. Fascinating. Oh, now, all of a sudden it changes to biting cold. Gah! It was a bit of a sudden change, wasn't it? What the devil? Alright. You are kind of in the way, Mr. Sabercat. And you're relatively rare, so... I'm gonna take your pelt and your eyes, and you can keep your meat. And wolves. Again, relatively rare. I've heard tales that these animals with the white fur are a lot more dangerous than their counterparts. And another emblem thing. Emblem 3. The fledgling spirits of men were strong in old times, unafraid to war with dragons and their voices. But the dragons only shouted them down and broke their hearts. If it wasn't so cold up here, I'd say this is actually pretty fun, but the problem is, it's freezing up here! Whew. So I'm very curious how long these stones have been standing like this, because someone, at some point, a long time ago, had to go through the trouble of putting these up. And I bet they've been sitting relatively undisturbed for many hundreds of years now. Okay, Lydia, when we find a good spot, and this area down here looks like it might be a pretty good area, I'm gonna set up camp. Hello.
Huh?
You're a ways up further than the other guy was. Did you hear the Greybeards call Dovahkiin?
I was just outside Iverstead when it happened. It's an exciting moment. Nothing like this has happened in centuries.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna just kind of get in your way a little bit. Emblem 4, Cain called on Parthenax, who pitied men. Together they taught men to use the voice. Then dragon war raged, dragon against tongue. That's kind of hard to say. Not gonna lie. But anyway, Lydia, we should really build a fire, because I'm getting really cold. Use. Yeah, okay. There we go. That's what I was looking for. It's freezing! It's freezing! Lydia, how do you stand this so well? Ah, I should have built the fire sooner. Almost there. Okay. And now, Lydia, we pitched the tent for a while. I guess right there will do. Okay. Lydia, just come on inside, sit down for a while. We'll probably be here for a couple of minutes, give or take. So, yeah. Well, okay, Lydia. I think we've been here for long enough. Let's go ahead and put the fire out. Pack up the tent. And collect whatever we can. All right. I have a feeling that the Greybeards are going to put me through some kind of test, and to be honest, I'd like to get there before nightfall, because I do not want to spend the night on on this mountain. What the devil is that? It's a frost troll. Oh. Okay. No point in taking another skull. That was not quite as terrifying as I was expecting, to be honest. Emblem 5. Man prevailed, shouting Alduin out of the sky. Or Alduin out of the world. Proving for all that their voice was strong, although their sacrifices were manyfold. I'm already comfortable again, Lydia. How much further do we have to go to get to this place? Be quite a view if I wasn't freezing to death. I'm already getting cold again, Lydia. This is not good. Emblem 6. With roaring tongues, the Sky Children conquer, founding the first empire with sword and voice, whilst the dragons withdrew from the world. Alright, so I guess I'm going to put this to the test now because, okay, yeah, nope. It's not gonna happen, is it? We have to build another campfire already. Why don't you ever do some of this? I'm getting kind of sick and tired of doing it myself, to be honest. Alright, I think this time I'm going to have the tent blocking the wind. Okay. Inside where it's nice and warm, Lydia. Inside where it's nice and warm. Okay, Lydia. I think I'm ready again. I guess try and save what little resources we have at our disposal. Pretty handy how easy it is to put up the tent and take it down. It doesn't take very long at all. It must be a dwarven tent. I mean, you know what I'm talking about, right? You know, like I've heard tales of the dwarves that they had like these really cool automated machines that would just do everything for them. And it's just really, it's really nice to think about, because I feel like I missed one of these, but in fact, I feel like I missed several of these. For years all silent, the Greybeard spoke one name. Tiber Septim. Stripling then was summoned to Hrothgar. They blessed and named him Dovahkiin. And the final one. The voices worship, follow the inner path, speak only the true need. Speak only in true need. Gotcha. Alright, so this must be the chest that Klimek was talking about. There you go. And you know what? I might leave them some stuff myself, because I've got plenty of food that I really don't need. Like, yeah, I've got so many potatoes, it's kind of ridiculous. They can have a good chunk of that cheese, too. Some of the cabbage. Give them some spring water, too. That stuff is really good. Heck, yeah, I really don't need this many bottles. That's still arguably a little bit too much. You can have salted meat. They can have some of those. But they're not getting my perfect sweet roll. No siree. Alright, well, Lydia, I don't want to leave you, like, right out here, but... Oh, wow, this place is impressive. Yeah, Lydia?
Yes, my lady?
I think you should probably wait here.
As you wish, my thane.
And I mean, like, right here at the door. Do not go anywhere else. Oh. They're just kind of standing there watching me. Take that off. Don't really need the cloak anymore. Well. Alright then. Here goes nothing, I guess.